Is it Taisha Jackson? Taisha, Miss Jackson, you're charged with assault of a family member. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed for you.
Yes, Judge. The complainant and the defendant are in a dating relationship. On January 28th, 2025, the officer was dispatched to a disturbance in Harris County, Texas. Upon arrival, the officer met with the complainant, who stated that she and the defendant were in a dating relationship and that she told the defendant she was drinking too much. The defendant and the complainant then got into an argument when the defendant punched the complainant twice and bit the complainant on the chin, causing pain.
Okay. Ma'am, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with your case. Do we know whether the complaining witness wants to have contact with her or not?
Looks like we attempted this morning, but we're able to get a hold of the complainant.
Okay. I want to do what the complaining witness wants. So until I know that she wants to have contact with you, I'm ordering you not to have contact with this person. Do you understand? Shh. I'm also ordering you as a condition of your bond not to consume alcohol, illegal drugs, or unprescribed controlled medication. I'm going to randomly test you. If I find that you're using, I'm going to put you in jail. No more PR bonds. You understand? A protective order has been issued in this case. I would get to know it. If you violate the protective order, the state can and probably will file a violation of protective order. It's one of the worst cases you can pick up. You understand? You know, in life, there are people that when they consume alcohol, they become very happy people. They're the life of the party. Everybody likes to hang out with them. They crack jokes. And then there are people when they consume alcohol, they turn into the devil incarnate. Get a clue. When you drink, this becomes you. For now, though, no consuming alcohol or illegal drugs. You understand? Tell me, do you have an income? Do you have an income? Do you work? What do you do with yourself?
I do hair. I do hair.
Okay.
Work from hair from home.
Do you have the ability to hire a lawyer, or would you like a court-appointed lawyer?
I can do
Sorry?
it.
You want one? Okay. I'm going to have you sign a receipt with Victoria. I'll have you meet with Felicia for bond conditions, and then I'll have you take your signature box while I find your lawyer. Okay, ma'am? Please.
They go down and then they go up again on the.
Doesn't matter. It's no tolerance. We've been to this over and over and over. At what point do you get it, Mr. Jones? This is, how many bond violations do we have here now?
I believe this will be the third.
No.
Last time, I believe, Judge. That's why I said 7502.
Because I was generous with the two portion, but it's not just two, Ben. We've had probably 5 or 6 bond violations. All I know is that you are testing positive. You're in violation of your curfew again. What am I supposed to do? Just continue to let you go?
No, I understand that, Your Honor, but I don't know what I can say about the breathalyzer, sir, because I don't drink. I don't drink at all. I don't know why that the thing was doing that. I had to go back to the Smart Start place the next day, and because they have those little tubes that stick out of it.
I
But
don't,
I don't know. I mean, if you look at the test, you can see that I haven't failed any of my other breathalyzers, and even some of the breathalyzers will say like 1 minute it's failed, and the next minute it's like lower and then higher, and I don't know. But all I
have a
know.
confirmation of alcohol, Felicia?
From the portable device records, yes, they were provided to everybody in the email.
Judge, I'd have an opportunity to look at those. Just to clarify, in regards to that, there are other instances where we do have BAC readings, Judge, and there are follow-up blows that
Those were
show.
not confirmed as alcohol consumption.
And they will say not confirmed, but we have some that are confirmed. He's blowing on his, or he's not in.
There was not a follow-up test on this positive, Judge.
No, I'm revoking your bond, Mr. Jones. It can't continue. No, goes with you.
I don't know what I can tell you, Your Honor. I'm not drinking or doing anything. Like,
I have evidence that shows me otherwise.
why can't
And it's over and it's over and it's over and it's over.
Can't we
This
put
is
me
a
on, like,
4th,
the-
5th violation that we have, Mr. Jones.
why can't we put me on like the ankle monitor drug thing or something like that so I can prove to you that I'm not?
We had that.
I
We
never
took
had
it
that.
off.
No, I was never on that, Your Honor. I was.
Judge, if the court would consider
No.
additional conditions, Judge.
I have done everything in my power not to put him into custody. I have let him go over and over and over every time. And I'm done with it. I'm done with it. Something is going in your body that's causing it to test positive for alcohol. He goes with you. That's it. I told you last time, it's no tolerance. You're You're blowing your GPS, the curfew anyways. Goes with you.
Judge, if I may follow up on instead of move on from Mr. Jones. And also, speaking with Mr. Nayland on the case, again, I'm covering for him. My understanding was we were hoping to have a trial setting for this
Let's
particular case.
set it for trial now. It's just way too much drama for me. I'm done with it. I'm ready to put this thing to bed and that's it. So I'll give you a trial date today. I'm setting the bond at, it's 7502 now.
I'm here on Xavier Hunter.
Okay.
Just a heads up, Judge, he did go get drug tested today and confirmed clean.
Wonderful.
So can I waive his appearance for the next setting?
Is he here?
He is here. He's here with his parents. He's a high school student.
Can you bring him up, please? Are his mom and dad here? Or are they
They
not?
are. They stepped out. Are mom and dad outside? Oh, there they are. I'm sorry.
Come on up. Thanks for coming. Mom and dad,
Yes. Yes, sir.
how's it going?
Better, a lot better.
Is he behaving himself?
Yes, sir.
Right. That's what we want. We want you to strive. I don't want you to become just another statistic. I want you to become the best person that you can be. And it starts right here. Knowledge is power. When you have knowledge and when you know things, you go real far in life. If you want money, it always starts right here. It doesn't start right here. It's right here as well. If you have the heart, you have the knowledge, you can do anything in this life. It's already hard enough being a young black man in society as it is now, today. Don't make it any harder. With you picking up these criminal cases, that's all you do. You make life even more difficult than it is. Do you understand? Get an education. Don't pick up any new cases and don't smoke any weed. Do you understand? Okay. I'll waive the appearance. Just make me proud. That's all I'm asking you to do. Okay. You guys have any issues, come back, talk to us, and we'll try to straighten anything out. Okay? All right, guys. Take care. You are obviously not taking this seriously. You continue to break your curfew. Tell me.
So my client graduated from high school. While he was in school, he was working on the weekends at a tire shop. But since we have a PTI officer, restitution and community service, he wasn't making no money at the tire shop. So now he's working with his mom and her cleaning business. She cleans residential and commercial properties. And he's also working with his mom's boyfriend doing construction. And so last week, Thursday, they were out cleaning and he got in 20 minutes after the curfew.
How do I know that he's actually working? I mean, am I supposed to take his word for it?
Well, Your Honor, I just say mom couldn't make it today, but she does have a cleaning business, and that's why he was late last week, Thursday. He will have his community service completed tomorrow, and he says he will have money for the restitution by Friday.
On the 18th, he got home nearly 11 o'clock at night.
That was right, and that's why mom was here yesterday. That day was the quinceañera. He had ordered, my client had ordered an Uber driver. He sent me a screenshot of the Uber canceling his ride at 8:40 so that he would be home on time.
Show me.
Okay.
Show me.
I will, I get.
What is he offering this case, Alex?
Let me see, Your Honor. For this case, it is $1,000 restitution plus 30 hours community service, and we'll dismiss.
Bless you. How much of the community service is done?
24 hours. He says he'll have the rest of it finished tomorrow.
Okay,
And he says he'll have the money by Friday.
okay. Let's do this. I'll set it for Monday. Then If you are ever late again, I'm going to put you in jail. Do you understand? I don't care what you're doing. You're not supposed to be at a party anyways. You're supposed to be behaving yourself. You're supposed to get home at a certain time. You're not to pick up any new cases. You're not supposed to use any kind of drugs or alcohol. Do you understand? The next time you're late, I don't care what your excuse is. You will stay with me. Your bonds are at 10,000 something now. They're going to double, if not triple next time. Do you understand me? Okay, we'll see you Monday. John Martin?
Yes.
Mr. Martin, you're charged with two cases. You're charged with driving while intoxicated. You're also charged with unlawful carrying of a weapon. On the gun case, you were facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. I'm sorry, what? Did I just say?
I think it's a class A.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm like reverse. On the DWI, you're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. And on the gun case, you're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, sir.
Yes, Judge. Okay. On January 28th, 2025, officers were dispatched to a wreck on Mesa Drive in Harris County, Texas. The defendant was sitting in the driver's seat when officers arrived and admitted to losing control of the vehicle and driving into a drainage ditch. The defendant stated he took some hydrocodone shortly before the crash, and the officer observed red bloodshot eyes, slurred speech, and unsteadiness on the defendant's feet. Standard field sobriety were performed. HGN, they found 6 out of 6, walk and turn, 5 out of 8, one leg stand, 2 out of 4. The defendant was read the DIC and the defendant consented to blood. The officer conducted a search and found in the vehicle a cooler with a beer in the back seat, a small bag of prescription pills prescribed to the defendant, hydrocodone, and a loaded Ruger SP-101 under the driver's seat within reach of the defendant.
I would just submit to the court, he's a retired veteran. It's my understanding he has a prescription for the hydrocodone for back issues.
Mr. Martin, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with your case. I'm ordering you as a condition of your bond not to consume alcohol, illegal drugs, or unprescribed controlled medication. I'm going to randomly test you. If I find that you're using, then I'm going to put you in jail. No more PR bonds. You need to understand that even if you have a prescription for controlled substances, if you take too much, you become intoxicated. If you're in a car, it's a recipe for disaster. Just don't. Do you understand? Any prior DWIs?
No, Your Honor, and license is eligible.
Okay, you need to be very careful. Don't take it if you're going to go drive. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
If I find that you pick up a new case, if you use it irresponsibly, I only have one place for you. I'm going to do everything in my power to protect my community. Do you understand, Mr. Martin? Now, you have a lawyer. Because you have a lawyer, I will waive your appearance, but it is your responsibility to stand with Mr. Johnson. He'll tell you when you have to come back to court. If he tells me he can't get a hold of you, you become a danger to my community, you pick up a new DWI, just, I'm gonna put you in jail. That's all I have. Do you understand? Okay. So for now, I'll have you go to Victoria. We're gonna have you sign a reset. After that, I'll get you to Felicia for your bond conditions, and after that, you're free to go.
Judge, if I may just real briefly, got Arraignment on the docket.
Okay, that way, sir. Please. Miss Bennett, you're charged with driving while intoxicated. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. You guys have worked out an agreement where they're offering you 3 days in jail with credit for 1. You need to understand that this charge is going to go on your record. It's going to be there for the rest of your life. It's going to be there, it's even there after you die. This is important because you ever get pulled over again, officers, all they do is they look at your background. And if they see a lengthy background, it's just not going to go well for you. It doesn't matter if you're falling down, piss ass drunk. No, the mere smell of alcohol or dope, you will probably be looking at another DWI. What we're doing today, from now on, here in Harris County, you are facing, or in Texas, you're facing a minimum of 30 days in jail for any new cases that you pick up. Do you understand? No more proverbial slaps on the wrist. So if I were you, whatever you're going to do, don't get into a car because it's a humongous liability that you're in a risk that you're taking. What Max is asking me to do is to take off around $3,500 worth of fines and fees. The idea is that we all make mistakes, right? But you can't keep making mistakes where you endanger other people's lives. It's not fair. When it's so easy to hit one damn button on your phone, For $30 to $40, you have a car waiting to take you anywhere you want to go in this. Do you understand?
Yeah, you said,
I want you to understand one more thing. It's unacceptable the way that you have been treating us here in court. You were ordered to get an interlock. You have not had an interlock since August. It's not.
Judge, she did have it installed. There was
If it's in lockout,
I understand, and there was a
it's as
issue with the money and all that, but yes, sir, we understand.
you don't wait. If
You
you
communicated it with me, I didn't realize there was another option, Judge. And so I'm definitely taking the heat on that. So I came in to see if we could.
I'm not going to let you. You are old enough to know that if you're ordered to have an interlock and it's not functioning, you're going to upset a judge. Do you understand?
Judge,
It just,
I'm gonna have to speak on that one, okay? Because I definitely communicate. I said, I've been employed my whole life. When this stuff started happening, especially with the stuff with the other situation that happened going on, I let him know that I can no longer afford it. I didn't know there was another option.
And I neither, I told her we need.
But, and I
since
have not,
August, she's been in lockout, Max.
I'm not drove, I have not drove, I Ubered everywhere I've been.
It's true.
I have.
And I helped her with that as well.
Yeah, yeah.
She has. It's,
So now I'm self-responsibility for it, and I just don't want you to think that I just deliberately disobeyed an order. I didn't have a choice, and I communicated it with him. I'm taking full responsibility. So for you to tell me that, oh yeah, I mean I am old enough.
If you
and I
see,
understand.
the lawyer has been notified and still nothing is coming of it, you got to come to court. You know, when you have an interlock, it's supposed to be operational. And when it's not, that's a bond violation and it's a continued one, you know?
I understand.
I'm
taking full responsibility.
preparing you for the future, you know?
Yes.
Hopefully there is none, but you can't keep it.
Before all of this and the federal thing, she never been in trouble before. So this has been like.
No, I have an assault from 2010. I've got an ag assault in 2009. I've got a gun case in 24, you know? So it's not our first rodeo. It's not.
Okay.
And just,
She's like really upset about
the idea is we all make mistakes, like I told you, but don't make a mistake. I'm sorry. It's not a mistake. They're actions that you take, and you're old enough to know that actions have consequences, right? Especially when you're dealing with alcohol and a 3,000 to 5,000 pound missile that you're in. You could cause catastrophic injury, and that's what we're trying to prevent.
I understand.
All right. I am going to waive the fines and fees now, but you need to understand on a second offense, it's a minimum of $6,000 in surcharges and fines and fees if you pick up another DWI. So when people continue to make actions where they endanger other people's lives, it gets extremely expensive, not to mention costly with jail time. You understand? All right. The agreement you've worked out is 3 days in jail, credit for the 1 day that you've done. You give up a lot of rights by entering into this agreement. You give up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you're not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization under federal law. You give up the right to appeal. So once you accept this agreement today, you can never change your mind. You can't say, well, I didn't know this was going to happen. I didn't know this. Once you plead guilty, it stays like this forever. Do you understand? You still want to do this? How do you plead to the offense of driving while intoxicated? I'm going to find you guilty. I will sentence you to it. I'm going to waive your costs, your fines and fees. There is a license suspension that is attached to this. I am going to suspend your license. I'm going to suspend it for 90 days. Do not drive until you get a license. Good luck, man. Thanks, Max. Please see the clerk. Hey, Mr. Come on.
Morning, Judge.
Hey,
I'm working on 2 matters.
okay.
First, I have a motion to withdraw for Kaylin Jackson.
Where is Kalen Jackson?
He's here today in court.
Okay, it's 150 days old. I mean,
Okay.
we're ready to set these things for trial now.
Well, he disappeared on me for a couple months. I talked to him. I mean, he lost his job, so he's unable to pay, but I did explain the offer that he has, which is a PTI offer. So I do think he can get his case wrapped up without me.
Well, he can't do it on his own, you know? I mean, he can't. Kalen Jackson, come up. What do you do with yourself these days?
Right now, I'm, working with my branding business to talk and videography.
So you are working.
Yes, I'm currently.
Okay.
I just got here.
Your lawyer seems to be really upset with you. She wants to get off the case.
Sure.
It's time for you to work with your lawyer to work out a resolution. You know, do you work for free?
No,
Do you think she does?
no.
It's time to work things out. I mean, this case is 150 days old. You got to come a lot earlier. I get it that they go MIA, but you have also duty, have them come in, you know, periodically so that you guys can get on the same page and I'm setting your case off for a week. You guys need to get together to make things work out. Do you understand? Okay. So there's an offer that has been made in this case. I'm going to let them relay it to you at the right time. It's a really good offer, but you guys need to be on the same page. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Okay, take a seat for me, sir.